I don't know. What you want to talk about to start with?
Looking forward to getting Bruce back. Bruce coming tomorrow morning, and we've kind of spotted him back and forth with football and basketball. And if he's competing a lot in basketball, we said, go ahead and do a lot of that. But he'll be here tomorrow morning, and then they play Wednesday, and then we'll get him all day Thursday and Friday. And couldn't imagine he's out of shape or not prepared football-wise to go play. So looking forward to getting him out here and getting him back in the game.
Now y'all will fly him down, I guess.
Correct. He's going to play that day. I think it's the 28th, and we'll bring him back the next morning. We'll fly him down the next morning and get him involved right there.
Are you optimistic with Alshon's hand might be okay?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things, he's optimistic too. Julio Jones had the exact same thing happen to him last year. I mean, exact same thing. So when he first found out about it, he wasn't very happy. But when he heard Julio had it and 2 weeks later played, he was a lot more confident about it. So he's fine, and they'll do what they have to do. But even, in the game, for him to go in there and wrap it up and come back out and play well, yeah, he should be fine.
Talk about the situation briefly with Coastal, and did it have any effect on anything going on? Or?
No, I got a great job here. I got a great group of guys here, a great group of players here. I got 3 or 4 guys coming in that I think are excellent players. Just really have a great job here. But I honestly think that's a pretty dang good one too. And I would imagine it's one of the better ones in the state. They have every reason to be able to recruit there, and it's really an excellent position. But yeah, I just got a great job here.
How do you handle these practices? Do you spend a lot of time getting ready for the bowl, or do you? I know yesterday one of the coaches was saying he takes 30. Brad Long was saying he takes 30 minutes to work with some of the redshirt guys. Do you do that as well, or?
Absolutely. We'll get all our young guys and try to make sure they get some good work here, and make sure they're in all our meetings, make sure we're coaching them hard during this period. But even the older guys, we're doing a lot of just football stuff more than direct Nebraska stuff right now. Half of it's direct Nebraska, half of it's just route running and being better at every position, being a better wide receiver. So definitely KJ and Shamir, working with them as much as I can.
Talk about both of them, their development this year on the redshirt team.
Well, I couldn't tell you a lot about it. The defensive guys have seen them more than I have. But in preseason, both of them did well. We worked with them on Monday night to scrimmage most of the year, and both of them, picked up the offense well and did some good things. So really, really excited about both those kids. I think they both have a chance to really be good players for us.
What are their best attributes that they can help bring next year?
Well, Shamir's got a little natural Jeffrey in him, I call it. He just got a natural body position and comes down with the ball real well, and actually runs better than you think. He's got a lot of similarities to Alshon, really does. KJ's just a smart, sharp, knows how to play, knows how to get open, knows how to catch a ball. So both of them really do some good things.
What's the development like with Demir right now? I obviously got off to a bad start with the suspension and everything, but where is he at in his progress?
He's doing fine. We spot him around at different things, but the things he does really, really well. I think in Kentucky we launched him a couple of deep balls. We're hoping to continue to find ways to really use his speed. But he's gaining more confidence in what he does. He's getting a little bigger, a little stronger, and I'm really curious to see what he looks like in the spring and what kind of player he can become, because he needs to get a little bit bigger, and he needs to kind of find a true position for him that we can put him in and let him go.
I was it seems like the best way to utilize him now is on the end-around sweeps.
Yeah.
What does he got to do as far, besides getting bigger and stronger, but in developing? Is it route running or hands?
Yeah, a little bit of all that stuff. And it's hard for freshmen to play. It's a different game. People grab you and hit you, and you're just not used to seeing that in high school ever. So he's just got to get used to playing the game. It's just hard for freshmen to do that, especially the position we had him. We have him on that inside position, and you just see a lot more in there than you do on the outside where Alshon was, and we knew Alshon would kind of maintain that position throughout the year. So he just got to keep playing, learn by doing.
With all the guys you've coached in the past, how do you handle a guy like Alshon now who is going to hear a lot of talk about the NFL over the next 3 weeks while also preparing him for the bowl game?
Alshon's been great with how he's handled it, and he knows where we feel, and it's been good. Get your projection back. If you're a first-round pick, we recommend you leave. If you're not, we recommend you come back. I know you got to make a decision on whatever you think's best for you, but we're going to get you healthy, and we're going to get you ready to play the best bowl game you can, and we expect you to do the same. And he absolutely feels the same way, and he's working hard. He's kind of rehabbing more than anything right now, but he wants to do well. He wants to play well. He wants to win this game. He knows how important it is, and his attitude's been really good.
Any idea when he'll be back? I know he said he couldn't catch left-handed today. Any idea he'll be back full speed?
End of this week, he'll be able to do a little bit more. He can run. We'll do some different things with him in the individual. He can catch one-handed. I'd prefer him not to get in the total habit of everything you do being one-handed, but I would hope toward the middle or end of this week that he'll be able to use both hands.
Did he submit his paperwork so he will know what the projection
yes,
would be?
Yes, he will. Mm-hmm. Okay. And actually, we recommend all our juniors do. And I certainly don't think all of them do, but yes, he certainly did. We recommended he do that and see where he is projected to be taken, and he has done that, and I would hope that plays role in whether he stays or leaves.
Talk a little bit about Jason Barnes, Sr., what you've seen in development over his time here and what he's brought to the program.
Yeah, he's had a tough career for the most part. He started his freshman year, tweaked an ankle or something, redshirted, came in that next year or two with Kenny McKinley, and really, he had 2 or 3 great games. I look back at some of the plays he made against Ole Miss, Kentucky, just really made some great plays. And then he's just there's some other guys have come in, and some other guys have gotten a little bit more opportunity than him, and he's just didn't have as great a year as he would have liked to have. But he's done well. I'm proud of him. He's survived here for a good amount of time. I went to his graduation breakfast the other day and saw him, Antonio Allen, Eric Baker, a long list of guys that have been here 4 or 5 years that, have survived. And, for all the people that don't survive, for them to have come here and, committed themselves to making it and graduating and being the best they could be, they've all done that. So I'm proud of Jason. He's a good kid, good attitude, and he's been a good player for us.
This recruiting class coming up, how many more commitments you guys ready to take?
About 10, hopefully. So we'll see what happens. You never know. Yeah, recruiting gets crazy. There's still a couple academic issues we need to look at. But we're still chasing, 5 or 6 good players out there.
You happy or not happy that there's not as much signing day drama, so to speak? Clowning.
The less drama, the better. You obviously hope that there's some great players that may announce late, but also, we're pretty impressed with the great players we have that are committed to us, and, it's no big deal. Obviously, that would be much preferred by us than having to wait till Valentine's Day drama. As long as they come, though, that's always good.
Does it help to be almost done at this point so you can get maybe a jump on that next class?
Sure it does, but, you recruit all the way through, and it kind of never seems to end. There's something always here or there, or you think you got a shot at a guy, or there's 2 or 3 guys here. So it never ends till signing date, and, we'll recruit all the way to that day. But also, you obviously have to be aware of underclassmen out there and make sure you're identifying them as early as possible.
Have you gotten, I know you and me talked about this summer, after now the SEC Championship and a 10-win season, what type of feedback? Is it, again, beginning to open more doors?
Absolutely. And again, for us to, what do we have, 16, 17 commitments at the end of the summer? And then last year, I think we had 6. That's changed the perception of having an offer to South Carolina. People say, I want that. That's awesome. In the past, maybe if you got an offer from South Carolina, you'd wait for something else. So people recognize that if they have an opportunity to be a part of this program, they want to be a part of it. So that's an exciting thing for us in recruiting.
Any concern with the scholarship numbers and having them work out, or do they just always work themselves out?
Yeah, they always work themselves out, but there's always concerns too. You have to kind of keep an eye on everything, but you got to keep recruiting. It's hard to, you wish there was an easy way and a simple science to make it all work, but you just have to keep going to signing date and deal with it the best you can.
We seem to always hear it works its way out.
Right.
Does that really mean that there's always a couple of guys that will be willing to gray shirt, and that's how it pretty much works out?
Yeah, not necessarily. There's academic issues. There's a guy that decommits. Last year we had a guy decommit, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
There's 5 or 6 different little things that can happen to make it work out. At the end of the day, gray shirt is a worst case scenario, which means all 30 guys you're recruiting all want to come. But it normally does not work out that way. So there's a lot of different things that go into that. Academics is an issue. So, but yeah, they work their way out. That's usually just a good, simple answer. It means anything can happen. But y'all try to write something out. Well, it's got to. You can only send out so many pieces of paper. So you have to make it work out somehow.
Good deal.